Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday morning pre-service meditation. My name is Tina, and I'm a licensed practitioner here at New Vision Center. And welcome to all of you. Today, I am going to do a reading from this thing called You. Very juicy book, very juicy book. So let's take a moment and just settle into where you are. Feeling your seat, maybe taking some deep inhales and exhales, knowing that within each breath, as you inhale, that's just love. That's the love that made us. And if you're feeling any kind of tension, any kind of area in your body that would just like to have a little more love, just breathe into that spot. And as you exhale, just release anything that's wanting to be released, letting your body just fall into this place of relaxation, and that place of knowing that all is well. For those of you at home watching, all of this applies to you too. Just get comfy wherever you are. And if you're still in bed, I'm jealous, so enjoy that space. I'm going to read this to you, and then we will go silent, and then I will read it again to bring us back out. It is certain that you must fast from fear if you wish to establish faith. You must fast from confusion if you hope to enter into tranquility. It matters not if your transition from the negative into the affirmative seems slow, if the ascent from your valley of negation to the mountaintop of realization seems difficult. Each step will bring you nearer the summit. There is a divine awareness within you, which will lead you upward and outward. Prepare yourself for the ascent then, filling your mental life with spiritual realizations. Your bread is manna from heaven. Your meat, the living word. Your fruit, the inspiration of hope. Your wine, the essence of joy. I am aware of the divine within me. Peace, quiet, and confidence flow through my thought. I know that inspiration and guidance are mine. I permit myself to be moved upon by divine intelligence, laying aside every sense of burden or false responsibility, losing all fear and uncertainty from my thought. I enter into my kingdom of good today. I know that this kingdom is accessible to all. attention and awareness to come into focus, back into this time and place, into this beautifully anointed sanctuary. It is certain that you must fast from fear if you wish to establish faith. You must fast from confusion if you hope to enter into tranquility. It matters not if your transition from the negative into the affirmative seems slow. If the ascent from your valley of negation to the mountaintop of realization seems difficult, each step will bring you nearer the summit. There is a divine awareness within you which will lead you upward and onward. Prepare yourself for that ascent then, filling your mental life with spiritual realization. Your bread is manna from heaven, your meat, the living word, your fruit, that inspiration of hope, your wine, the essence of joy. I am aware of the divine within me. Peace, quiet, and confidence flow through my thought. I know that inspiration and guidance are mine. I permit myself to be moved upon the divine intelligence, laying aside every sense of burden or false responsibility, losing all fear and uncertainty from my thought. I enter into the kingdom of good today. I know that this kingdom is accessible to all. Slowly, when you're ready to open your eyes, become fully present here and now. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's always a pleasure. It's always a gift for me to be here with you. Thank you. Enjoy the service, and namaste.
Shelter of someone's arms. There you were. Needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I want to stop and thank you, baby. Well, I just want to stop and thank you, baby. Whoa, yeah, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Girl, it feels so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was just a bore. Everywhere I've been, seems I've been there before. But you brightened up for me all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I want to stop and thank you, baby. Well, I just want to stop and thank you, baby. Oh, yeah, how sweet it is to be loved like you. It's like sugar sometimes. How sweet it is to be loved.
Good morning, New Vision Center. Welcome to our Sunday service. My name is Sue Powell, and I have lots of great things to tell you about to connect with the community. So first question today is, who hasn't figured out what you're doing for dinner tonight? I have a great idea. Taste of NVC is here tonight. It's a great way to taste all kinds of fabulous culinary delights. Vote on your favorites and share that with others. The chefs have made enough for 50 people, and we have 8 tickets left. So if you haven't figured out dinner, 8 tickets are available. Beginning today is online munch and mingle right after service. Great way to get to know those that you share time with online, talk about the Sunday service, and develop some new friendships. So simply join in the main Zoom room right after service. Everyone got one of these handouts if you're in the sanctuary, Sacred Homecoming. This is your guide to everything holiday, everything to put on your calendar, where and when and what. And those of you online, there will be a link. You can get the same information. And so with the holidays coming up, we have an opportunity for you to join us with our holiday choir. All you need is your spirit and a willingness to join in the fun. So sign up today. We're still adding to that joyful voice. Our collection for Purple Heart Desert Thrift Store, supporting veterans, wraps up next Sunday. So a week from today, please bring any donations that you would like to share to make a difference in the lives of those who have served. There are also some great volunteer opportunities with Raising Hope Dogs and Streetlight USA. So stop by the outreach table in the social hall after service and learn how you can get involved in those opportunities. And finally, remember to register for Karin Drucker's Women's Retreat. I love her title. I give myself permission to fill in the blank. We can be very creative with that. It takes place at the end of January, and it's the perfect holiday gift for yourself, right? Buy for yourself and to give to someone else. You can register and learn more about everything that's going on in this community in the online concierge, newvisioncsl.org, or at the concierge table in the social hall. Today, Sandra will be at the table, so stop by and say hello. That's all the fun to share for today. Please, you're invited to stand for the congregational song if you're able.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. It's my decision right here and now.
Well, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Well, I am so glad that your love decision included to come and be here this morning, either in the sanctuary, online. Welcome, welcome. I'm Reverend Karin Einhaus. I'm the spiritual leader of this community, and it is my joy to welcome you, each and every one. And if you notice, if you're here in the sanctuary, if you noticed a special aliveness, that's because this whole campus, every square inch, was rented out yesterday. Every square inch. There were hundreds and hundreds of people here. It was amazing. And part of it was our Women's Connected in the morning. So somebody's saying, "Ooh, I know that sweater that Karin is wearing because I got it yesterday at the exchange." Oh, wonderful. Kudos to the women of NVC, and especially to Sherry, who worked for hours and hours and days. I don't know where she is. I can't see her. Yes. All right, well, here we are. It is Sunday morning, and it is the time that we open our service, this invitation to go deep, to give ourselves this time. And so we're going to do that through the gong, and the invitation is for you to really allow that gong to center and ground you. And then we're all going to be chanting. We hear from our practitioner of the day, Tina Vlasi, an opening spiritual mind treatment. And when we're done with all of that, I guarantee you we will all feel a little different. Let us begin.
God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be.
And it is in this holy and sacred moment where the two or more are gathered. I recognize one power, one magnificent presence, one mind, one life. God, love. And it is that love that flows through every aspect of life. It is always present and in all ways. It is the creative force. It is the source of everything. And it is also the love that maintains and supports everything it's created. There's no separation. There's no difference between either. And I know it is in every aspect of our lives, in our relationships, in our events, in our breath, in our conflicts. It is always there. It is always there. Always has been, always will be. And I know that in this love, there is peace and joy. There is freedom and wholeness, abundance, and more love. And I know as I am one with this creative source, it created me to express it as me, that I am whole, perfect, and complete. And as I know this for myself, I know this for every beloved here. I know this for every beloved watching online, every beloved that feels the truth in the vibration of these words. That each one is a spark, that spark of consciousness purposely created to be the individualized aspect of this divine love. Each one emanating and exuding all the qualities that it is. Each one the light of truth. Each one. And we know this because we see this light reflected into each other's eyes as we gaze upon others' hearts. And so I bless this time today. I bless the celebration of this truth, where we always have this opportunity to renew, refresh, and remember in this truth, in this love. I bless this mighty, powerful community of NBC that always holds this truth high and esteemed, always knows that this is the truth of who each one is and every beloved that walks upon this campus. So I bless this celebration, knowing that it unfolds with ease and grace, that each one hears exactly what they need to hear or feel. And so I know I bless the words, the song, the music, all the hands that brought it together, knowing this is good. This is very good. And I release this into the law with great gratitude, great deep appreciation, knowing it is done. It is done as we believe. And together we say, and so it is.
God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. And so it is.
Thank you, Tina, for that welcoming prayer. Thank you, Robert, for ringing us in. And thank you to each of you for joining your voice in that chant, recognizing that God is all there is and will ever be. That is at the heart of what is happening here, that we are God in action. And so I am the divine expressed as Rachel Sartori. And it is my delight to be your host for today's Sunday celebration. And it is a good day to be here, isn't it? It always is. And I have to tell you, I've been gone for the last 2 Sundays, and I felt I missed you. And I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad that each of you showed up. And for those of you online, I'm so glad that each of you showed up. Thank you for being here. And so welcome, welcome, welcome to one and all. You know this, if you've been around for a bit, that we are a radically inclusive community. And if this happens to be your first or second time here, I just want to let you know, this is who we are. We are radically inclusive. We welcome one another exactly where we are, no matter where we are, or what we look like, or what we have going on in our lives. This is what is true about NVC. And we have some powerful statements that help us anchor into our truth. There are vision and mission statements, and I'd love it if you would join me in reading them. So our vision statement, revealing the power of love. And how exactly do we reveal the power of love? Well, through our mission statement. Let's read that. We teach spiritual living, and we live spiritual teaching. And to just give you a little glimpse into what that looks and sounds like, if you were here at the very beginning of the service, you heard all the fabulous announcements of what's going on. And so to just drive this home, Thanksgiving is around the corner. And this is a great way that we get to join in our vision and mission statement together. So I just want to remind you that there are 2 special events happening around Thanksgiving. So the first is on Thanksgiving Eve. There is a peaceful Taizé-inspired service. It will be on the patio, and it will be followed by a pie social. So we hope to see you there. And then on Thanksgiving Day, there will be our annual potluck feast in the social hall. And so we invite you to stop by the table in the breezeway or sign up online to let us know what favorite holiday dish you'll be bringing. And let's celebrate this season of gratitude together. And so back to those of you who might be new here. Now you're getting to know a little bit more about who we are. And we would love to just honor you and recognize you for being here. And we're a proponent of choice, and so my invitation is that if you choose, we would love to invite you to stand and let us celebrate you for being here. And I'm wondering, are there any new friends here? Thank you. It is so good to see you here. And those of you who stood up online, we're so glad that you're here as well. And for those of you who are here for the first time, either in person or online, know that you are welcome exactly as you are. And if you would like to, please stop by the lobby. I'll be at a table out there, and I have a gift for you and can answer any questions. Our goal really is to create a loving and inclusive environment. And at this time, I'd like to invite Robert back up to the platform for our candle ceremony. This is our inclusion candle ceremony. We acknowledge that all people, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit, and we honor and acknowledge you wherever you are on your spiritual journey. This one candle represents that light that each of us possess within, regardless of the path we're currently on. I invite Robert to light the candle now. We bring light for those who are focused on deepening their walk with Spirit. We gratefully walk with you in wisdom. We bring light for all who are working on expanding their prosperity consciousness. We stand with you and know that abundance is yours now. We bring light for all who seek a deeper sense of love We hold you in that place of the one love. We bring light for all who struggle. We stand with you and know the grace of the one is with you. We bring light to all who feel exuberant. We celebrate your successes with joy. We bring light to all who are in transition. We support you through these changes and know the peace of the divine is here for you. We bring light for those who are new to a spiritual walk. We stand with you during this time of discovery. I invite each of us to bring someone to our hearts who may be lost or feeling separate, and just speak a word or an affirmation in your mind, knowing that the light that comes from within expands forth in their consciousness for their highest good. Thank you, Robert. We are blessed by our music ministry here at New Vision Center, and our fabulous Divine Groove never ceases to amaze me. Thank you. And today we are blessed by our featured artist, Miss Riley.
I believe things will happen all in His time, like how a seed will grow, a tree fall, and the air would dry. I believe in a future that I would see the goodness in my life. So when I feel my heart is overwhelmed and only clouds remain, words will flow from deep within my soul to say, I sing with the melody of love, praise and hallelujahs, keep the praises on my tongue. I sing for the days that are to come. If worship is my weapon, I will sing my song. I give away the things that make me doubt and not believe. I trust the God of gods, who is the one who made me. Hope for something better than the darkness that I see, and I will finally breathe. So when I feel my heart is overwhelmed and only clouds remain, words will flow from deep within my soul to say, I sing with the melody of love, praising hallelujahs, keep the praises on my tongue. I sing for the days that are to come. If worship is my weapon, I will sing my song. I know there's a light in paradise. I know there's more if I'm still alive. When the world crashes through and the winds begin to move, singing my song is what I'll do. I
Beautiful. Riley and the Divine Groove. Ah, so wonderful. Well, before we start today's exploration of sufficiency, I would love to just breathe together for a moment. Let's just allow ourselves to take a breath. And exhale. And let's do that again. And perhaps let us take this now moment and feel into this idea of enoughness, this idea of sufficiency. Right here, this moment that is filled with air for us to breathe, joy, safety, beauty, connection. Thank you. Thank you. There was a businessman. I stand here. I don't move. There was a businessman who was on vacation in a small coastal town, and he noticed this a fisherman coming in on a smallish kind of boat with a few fish, and there was something about that that intrigued him. So he waited for the fisherman to come all the way in, and he said, is this what you caught today? And the fisherman said, yeah, this is what I caught. And he said, how long did it take you to get these fish? He said, oh, not long. And then the businessman said, why didn't you stay out longer and get more fish? And the fisherman said, this is all the fish my family and I need. So I came home. And the businessman said, what are you doing with the rest of your time? And the fisherman says, well, let's see, I sleep late. I get up, go fishing, come home, play with the kids, take a nap with my wife. And in the evening, I go to town to have a beer or wine and play the guitar with my friends. And the businessman said, well, I have an MBA from Harvard. Harvard. And you know, if you stay out longer, you can fish more fish, and then you sell for profit, and then in a couple of years, you can buy a bigger boat, and then you can do that for a couple more years, and then you can add more boats to it, have other people go out fishing for you, and before long, you're going to have a fleet of boats, and then you can cut out the middlemen, and you can sell to the factory, the cannery directly, and then you do that for a little while, and then you can offer your company in a public offering on the stock market, and you can get millions. Oh, said the fisherman, millions. And what then? Well, then you can retire. And what then, says the fisherman? Well, then you can move to a small fishing town, go out in the morning, fish a little, go home, play with your grandkids, take a nap with your wife, and in the evening, go and have a glass of wine with your friends and play the guitar. And the fisherman said, I'm already doing that. And so the businessman walked away, not pitying the fisherman anymore, but with a surprising amount of envy. That is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about this idea that there is enough. There's enough in this moment, in what we have done, in what we are and who we are, enough love, enough relationship, enough beingness. Now, why are we even talking about this? I invite you to close your eyes and think about the last time where you had a moment that felt that you had enough of everything. There wasn't anything you desired more than that moment. Now, for some of us, that might be recent. And for others, it might be a realization that this feeling of enoughness, which I found out is not a word. Did you know that? Enoughness shows up in no dictionary. Not yet. I think it should be a word. This idea of sufficiency, this idea of feeling, there it is. I have done enough. You know that most of the time, and that's what this slide shows us, most of the time we are feeling that feeling of enough from some outside source, right? Our inbox is completely empty. Yeah. No. Or our boss says, you know, you've done enough. Or it's a certain time of the day where we finally feel like we have done enough and we can put everything down. Or it is a number in a checking account or a savings account. But all of those stimuli comes from the outside. And so the question then becomes, where did we lose in our individual lives this sense of enoughness? I like to think about it as a thermostat. We all are familiar with a thermostat, right? You set a certain amount of temperature, and when the room reaches that temperature, the heater turns off. Or here in Arizona, you know, the other way around with the air conditioning. However, it feels, and a lot of people are reporting, that that internal thermos has been broken. And so we keep on going on. This feeling tone of there's just never enough. I just watched my favorite movie, Ever After, and there's a scene where Angelica Houston, I think is her name, says, after all that I did, after all that I have done, it's never enough, right? Do you feel that sometimes? Whatever we're doing, we're hustling for and really working on getting this thing done, and that moment to celebrate sufficiency is just not there. I think we have a quote from Gerald May who says this: the choices we make, and therefore the way we feel about ourselves, are determined less by what we long for and more by what is controllable and acceptable to the world around us. After enough of this, we lose our passion and we forget who we are. We forget who we are. We forget that we are beings of light that are innately enough. If we need a little reminder, hang out with a 2 or 3-year-old. They don't have that feeling, right? They just go, and there's not a question of, is there enough? Is there enough play? Is there enough time to do whatever? They're just fully in the moment. And yet, for so many of us, we have lost that feeling tone, that knowingness, I've done enough. It is my time to stop, to rest. And so we have a slide that shows this idea of generating this sense of enoughness actually from within. How would that look? How would that look? What have we done? What have I done this last week to set myself up to feel a moment of enoughness? Last week, Reverend Leslie gave a great talk on celebrating change. You might remember, she talked about those 3 points of how we can help ourselves to move through all this change that is happening in the world. The first one was feel all your feelings. Just really feel all your feelings. And I know that has happened because we got a lot of calls from individuals who were doing exactly that and felt like they would benefit from working with a practitioner, working with a minister, coming to New Vision Center to work on the big feelings that have been around. And then she talked about how it is important then to really dig deep in and believe what our truth is. And then the third point she made was use the tools. And so here's just a little check-in. If you think about it, how did you use the tools that Science of Mind is teaching, meditation and prayer, affirmative prayer, and mindfulness, and journaling, and all of the different modalities that we teach here? Did you use them to help yourself feel that feeling of who I am, what I do, what I give, who I be is enough? I love that she sent us off with the charge to reveal the power of love last week. And even in that, if we don't cultivate this feeling inside of this thermos to set it at a certain place, that it tells us it's enough. Even when we are revealing the power of love, giving to those who are in need, visiting those who are going through a hard time, if it doesn't shut off, we are left with having nothing more to give. And so I asked myself, well, how can I support myself? How can I support this community? What can I offer to help us feel sufficiency? And I came across a book by Wayne Mueller, who wrote this wonderful book, Living a Life of Having, Being, and Doing Enough. And in there, he talks about every time when we approach something new. This might be a new relationship. It might be an invitation to something that looks like fun. With the holidays coming up, a lot of those invitations are coming up. Or perhaps it is going into a business meeting or taking on one more thing. Here are the questions that he invites us to ask before we go there. Am I truly able to say that I really love this? Or is it more honest to say that I can handle this? Where are my handlers? We can handle things, right? Bring it on. Bring it on. I can handle it. Asking, being willing to ask ourselves, would I really love to do this? it will give us an answer. It doesn't necessarily translate immediately into, oh, don't do that anymore. It could. But more importantly, what it does when we develop a habit, when we develop a practice to ask ourselves, is this going to light me up? Will I love to do this? Or is it more honest to say, oh, I can handle that? When we get into the habit of doing it, pretty soon what we are going to experience is that inner thermostat, that inner place that signals to us, you're done. It is complete. That relationship with that part within us gets stronger and stronger. Good in theory? Let's try it out. I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable, or just soften your gaze and think about just something that somebody brought to you. An invitation, a new relationship, a new job, something. And ask yourself that question. Can I honestly say, I would love to engage with this. I would love to do this. Or is it more honest to say, I could handle it. I could make space for it. Notice that if we give ourselves the time to figure out what is my next right thing to do, the quality of that relationship becomes more honest. The quality of that interaction has more beauty, more authenticity in it. And I invite you to come back. If we engage in those simple questions, over time, it will give us reliable data of what our heart really wants, of where we are drawn. Because it's coming from within. And the other thing that's going to happen, it's going to eliminate some of the chatter in our minds. You know the chatter? Oh, I should have said no to that. Oh, let's see, I could call, I could cancel, I could give them some excuse, or any of those things. Do you know what I'm talking about? The more we develop the relationship with our inner thermostat, I always forget the last part of that word, thermostat. The more we develop a relationship with it, the easier it becomes to say, no, I am really complete with work for this week. I'll pick it up next week, if that works for you. We are bombarded, each and every one of us, bombarded with invitations, demands, things to do. That it often takes a while to simply appreciate when there's complete silence. Allowing us to feel the quality of this moment. perhaps noticing this desire to rush in, to fill up the space. We often see it in conversations. Have you ever noticed that? That sometimes we are in conversations and it's a moment for one person to take a breath and a couple other people are ready to jump in. Spaciousness. Practicing being comfortable with a moment filled with silence. Our inner thermostat has its own pace. And unless we give it some space to make itself known, we're going to miss the little ding pace. I love what Ralph Waldo Emerson says about pace. He says, adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Her secret is patience. I think that's something that the tortoise would agree with, right? The tortoise who made her way and ultimately won. I don't know about you, but in my life, things are speeding up so much that I am yearning to develop this patience and this pace that Emerson is talking about. And so I came up with a couple reminders for pace. The first one is pause. Let's just take a pause. An intentional break. A moment for us to breathe, to reflect, to listen. So the P stands for pause. The A is for centering ourselves and aligning ourselves with our values. As we do this wonderful work of discovering who we are and how we want to walk out this spiritual path, and as we become so familiar with our values, unless we take a breath and give it some time, those values have a little harder time to shine through when we are in conversation, in a business meeting, on the freeway, wherever. So, before we enter into anything new, maybe we can remind ourselves of this pace. Pause, align, and the C stands for calm. Cultivate an inner calm by eliminating much of the justification of why we're doing this. When we come to a place where we are so clear, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is what I'm willing to do, and this is where I am drawing a line and where I say, enough. When we're so clear of who we are, the chatter falls away. It just falls away. And we actually have the place and the space, the spaciousness to breathe in and be. And then the E stands for embrace. Embrace moments of stillness, of rest, which are essential for our well-being. And so the invitation this week is really to recalibrate our relationship with our inner thermostat. Perhaps for some of us, this is a brand new question. Is there a place within me that I feel so connected to and know so clearly this moment of sufficiency, this moment of just wanting to celebrate the love and the beauty and the goodness and the enoughness that is there? And then reminding ourselves of those two questions. Whenever we start something new, whenever we engage in a new thing, do I really love this? Or is it more accurate and honest to say, I can handle it? I can handle it. We are in charge of our own lives. That's what we teach here. That is what the science of mind is all about. It is an empowerment. It's science and philosophy and faith that shows us our empowerment. Those two questions can really help. And then the third and last invitation is to find your individual spiritual practice, your individual mantra, your affirmation of how it feels for you to be enough. How do I know? How can I cultivate that? And if you don't know the answer to that, which is perfectly fine, find people who you experience as them living from the inside out, living from a place of inner calmness that provides a spaciousness for you to breathe in their presence. And then talk to them. Ask them, would you be willing for us to have a conversation? I'm interested in developing something new. The New Vision Center is such a fertile ground for that. Our incredible practitioners that we have here that serve exactly in that capacity. So excited about all of the things that are going on in this near future. Before you sign up for anything, I really invite you to take a moment and ask yourself those two questions. Would I love to do this? Would I love to be engaged with this? Or is it more honest to say, I can handle it? And what I know, that if we all honestly answer those questions, we are going to be more often at the right place, in the right time, engaged in exactly the right activities. And that, beloveds, I want for all of us. Develop the awareness of your inner thermostat. And a great way to do that is through our affirmative prayer. So let's close our eyes now. Take all of this goodness, all of these words, and feel into how you heard them. What does this mean for me? And so from this place, I know that the allness of life is right here in this now moment. All the love, all the peace, all the joy, all the possibilities. And as I consciously step into this awareness, this knowingness that I am one in the one, I know that that is the truth of myself, and I know that that is the truth of every beloved within the sound of my voice. every beloved who has ever heard about this place, every beloved who is present here, and every beloved who will ever hear about this. For this is the truth. There's only one. And from this place, I just honor this now moment, recognizing it is enough. It is all that we really have. And so I notice the texture of this moment, the love that is present. I recognize the blessing in it. And I recognize that there's nothing more to do. Simply placing this word into the universal law, letting it be. And together we know this truth as we say, and so it is.
Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious. When held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me, every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious. When held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me, every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me every step is holy.
Riley and the Divine Groove. Let's give a shout out to Vic Kartner and Fred Alwick and Jack Saba and our music director Frank Smith. Riley and all of this for us. How wonderful. Thank you. Well, thank you for embracing the slower pace of this service today. And we did make it patiently to this time now where we talk about how can I support this community? How can I step into the circulation? If this is your Sunday to give a financial gift and you are in the sanctuary, we have these receptacles here. If it is your Sunday to give an energetic gift, I invite you to still come up and go ahead and place it into those receptacles. It's amazing to see the energy just witnessing it to explode and go out and ripple out into the world. Online, there are a couple different options. Whatever is yours to give, I invite you to hold it to your heart and please repeat after me. This gift I give is the divine in action. I give it in joy. I give it in love. I am giving it gracefully. So let's take a moment and just bless all the givings and all the receiving and the stewardship of all of it. Thank you, life. And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
What a blessing. What a blessing. Every moment of today's service, the slowness of it, the pace that we had the permission to go today. Thank you so much, Reverend Karin, for inviting us into this holiday season with such consciousness for our internal thermostat. Thank you. As we approach this coming week, I want to let you know about a special opportunity that is coming up on Wednesday evening. This is a session called Life After Loss, and it is bringing in the awareness that grief has no single path, and each journey is unique. Join us in a compassionate, safe space where we'll share stories, listen deeply, and find comfort in our shared experiences. This is led by our very own Paula and Amy. This workshop, it's going to offer a gentle guidance and a caring community to support you through pain and loss. Come connect, heal, and remember, you are not alone. And so that is happening this Wednesday, the 20th, and the information is right there. We hope you will join Paula. And at this time, we would like to invite our youth and family into the sanctuary. Oh, good morning. All right, what happened in youth church today?
Good morning. So we put our gratitude goggles on because sometimes we might be looking through our world in the lens of gray goggles. And we might do things like compare ourselves to each other, or we might think of things that we don't have. But if we put our gratitude goggles on, we can see the world through a new perspective. And we can think and see the things that we are grateful for. Pass it to Christmas. We can talk about all the things that we're grateful for, such as...
I'm grateful for my mom.
So being grateful and all the good in our life really comes from a result of being able to identify what we're grateful for and just taking happiness in each and every moment. So Addie will start off our spiritual mind treatment.
God is everything in our life.
And then spirit. Hold it. I am life.
How did I?
Charisma, I know I can turn my gratitude goggles on to be happy.
I know I can turn my gratitude goggles on to be happy.
I am grateful for life and to be able to find happiness in each moment.
I release my gray goggles and this prayer, and so it is.
Thank you. I love that. I release my gray goggles. Who else is ready to release some gray goggles? Thank you so much. All right, and at this time, I'd like to invite our practitioners and reverends onto the stage. And I'd like to invite each of you to stand and join us for our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace.
And now the moment I've been waiting for. Please repeat our final benediction after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is all that I am.
Life is all that I am.
I claim it.
I claim it.
I am it.
I am it.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And so it is.
And so it is. I am the light.
I am the light.
I am the light.
I am the light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
I am the light.
I am the light.
I am the light.
I am the light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. I'm living love every day.
Living love every day.
I'm living love every day.
I'm living love every day.
I'm living love every day.
Living love every day.
Spreading peace along the way.
Spreading peace along the way.
Right time.
Right time.
Right place.
Right place.
Living love every day. Come on. We are the light. We are the light.
We are the light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Oh, let it shine.